If you're an architect, you've probably spent countless hours in the trenches with UML or ArchiMate. You know how powerful a good diagram can be. But let's be honest, you also know their limits. So today, we're going to dive into the C4 model, not as a replacement for what you already know, but as a seriously powerful bridge to add to your toolkit. Let's get into it.
Ah, yes, this picture. We've all been there, right? You have an absolutely fantastic whiteboarding session, everyone is on the same page, the markers are flying, and at the end, this is what you're left with. A photo on your phone, full of promise, capturing that perfect moment of clarity.
But that clarity, it just doesn't last. Fast forward a few weeks, a new developer joins the team, and they're staring at this picture like it's some kind of ancient hieroglyph. The context is gone, the symbols are kind of ambiguous, and all that brilliant logic, poof, it's lost. Without a shared, easy-to-understand standard, that diagram just isn't maintainable.
So that's the real challenge, isn't it? We have to create diagrams that speak to totally different audiences. We need something for the developer who needs all the nitty-gritty details, but we also need a view for the business stakeholder who just needs that 30,000-foot overview. And the holy grail? Making sure these diagrams are actually easy to keep up to date.
And this is exactly where the C4 model comes in. I want you to stop thinking about a single, super complicated diagram. Instead, think of C4 as a zoomable map for your software.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. That's straight from the creator himself, Simon Brown. The Google Maps metaphor is just perfect. It's all about having the right level of detail for whatever journey you're on, whether you're looking at the whole country or trying to find a specific street address.
Okay, so this slide basically lays out the entire map. The 4 C's are your zoom levels. You start wide at level 1, the system context. This is the big picture, perfect for talking with executives. Then you zoom in to level 2, the containers, where you can see the major applications and data stores. Zoom in again to level 3, components, to see the key modules inside those containers. And finally, if you really need to, level 4 takes you all the way down to the code. See? A different level of detail for every single conversation you need to have.
So you might be thinking, okay, this map idea is cool, but how does it really stack up against the detailed blueprints I'm used to making with UML? And that's a great question. It's really important to see them as different tools for different jobs.
And here's the fundamental difference. UML is, well, it's a heavyweight. It's a massive standard with 14 different diagram types designed to let you specify everything about a system. C4 is the opposite. It's lightweight and has one primary job: communicating architecture. And it does that with just those 4 core diagrams we just talked about.
This cheat sheet really drives the point home. Look at this. C4 has a much gentler learning curve, and it has a laser focus on communication. UML, on the other hand, is way more complex and really built for exhaustive, detailed design. Honestly, this simplicity is a huge reason why you're seeing interest in C4 just keep growing. It's built for how modern teams actually need to talk to each other.
Okay, so C4 clearly has some big advantages for development teams. But what about the bigger picture, the enterprise landscape? For those of you working with frameworks like ArchiMate and TOGAF, this is crucial. C4 isn't a competitor, it's a connector.
This right here is the key insight. C4 doesn't replace ArchiMate, it's the missing link. It's the glue that connects those high-level strategic views from your enterprise architecture models with the concrete reality of the codebase. It gives developers that practical, zoomable view that they can actually use day to day.
And this isn't just some vague conceptual idea. You can literally map the concepts. A C4 person maps cleanly to an ArchiMate business actor. A C4 software system or container maps directly to an application component. This means your developer-friendly C4 diagrams can be directly and consistently pulled from your formal enterprise model. It creates a seamless link.
So here's how it all fits together in a really cohesive workflow. Think of it like this. TOGAF gives you the how, it's your process playbook. ArchiMate gives you the what, the common language across the entire enterprise. And C4? C4 gives you that zoom lens, the specific, detailed views that actually make sense to the people who are writing the code. Each part has a very clear role.
All right, theory is great, but you're probably wondering, how do I actually start making these diagrams? So let's take a look at the tooling that's available for you right now.
The C4 tooling ecosystem really falls into 3 main camps. First, you've got dedicated modeling tools for when you need a single source of truth for the long haul. Second, you have diagrams as code tools, which are absolutely perfect for version control.
And third, they're the general visual diagramming tools you probably already use, which are great for quick sketches and brainstorming sessions.
And here are just a few examples to get you started. For serious long-term modeling, you might look at something like IcePanel or Archi. If your team lives and breathes in Git, the diagrams as code approach using Structurizer or Plant UML is fantastic. And hey, for that quick collaboration, tools you already know, like Diagrams.net and Lucidchart, have C4 support built in. The right tool really just depends on your team's workflow.
You know, I think this quote just sums it all up perfectly. At the end of the day, your architecture needs to tell a compelling story to different people. C4 helps you craft that core narrative. And when you need all the legal disclaimers and the detailed dependencies, well, that's when you can bring in the fine print of UML.
So I'll leave you with this question. If you had this zoomable map for your own systems tomorrow, what's the very first conversation it would clarify? Who's the first person you would show it to? Because that, right there, is where the real power of this model lies, in stopping misunderstandings before they start and getting your entire team aligned. Thanks for watching.